Alright, we will now be playing what I personally consider the worst mission in the game. I mean, there's plenty of contenders for that field, but this one definitely takes the cake as one of the most annoying missions in the game. Not because it's too easy, not because it's too hard, but just because it's one of those missions where it takes place in two parts and we have to wait for an incredibly boring event for it to happen. Let's get started.
Oh, Alicia.
Yep, their relationship just starts taking off, and this happens.
They said it missed her organs, but she's still out cold, huh?
It was basically shot in the shoulder, pretty much your token hero point, I guess you could call it in animes or TV shows.
Come on, boss. There ain't nothing we can do for her cooped up in here. We really got our hands full, keeping those imps from crashing down on top of us.
Yeah, there's kind of a war going on, and honestly, she's probably not even the only injured person here. Just happens to be the one who's related to Squad 7.
Yeah, you're right. We'll be back soon, Alicia.
Don't worry, things will get better and worse.
Lieutenant Gunther, might I have a word?
Finally, our medic gets a speaking line that is not a cutscene.
Sure, what's up?
Yeah, speaking of which, I haven't really introduced everyone to the medic because I haven't actually needed to recall anyone with the medic for most of this game. I think we only got like one cutscene with her the whole time.
Well, I'd feel more comfortable if we could talk alone.
Right. I'll head on back to the squad, boss.
Thanks, Largo. Get everyone ready to move out.
Oh no, a private conversation with the medic. Whatever could it be?
I'm sorry to keep you. I know you've got a squad to run here.
It's fine, what is it?
Well, I removed the bullet from Alicia's body, but when I took a look at it, The bullet wasn't of Imperial make. It was a Gallian sniper rifle round, sir.
Oh no, betrayal in the ranks.
What?
Yeah, we all know where this is leading up to.
And not just a normal round either. It's part of a new series, still in testing.
Yep, still in testing. That means that this is going to be incredibly easy to track.
So you're saying you think Alicia was shot by someone on our side?
Well, I mean, you could blow it off as friendly fire incident. It happens. A war, people shoot at the first thing they see moving.
I can't be completely sure, but I believe it's a very real possibility.
However, this was not an accident, unfortunately.
But why? What would anyone stand to gain from shooting someone in their own camp?
Except she wasn't in our camp. She Imperial base that they'd just taken. And here we go. Watching opinion.
Ah, those incompetents! Why are they letting the Empire have their way?
You do realize that you're the general in charge of this operation. You're the incompetent.
With all due respect, General, our army isn't equipped to fight a Valkyria. We ought to pull back for now and think of a strategy to neutralize her safely.
Yeah, like a massive artillery barrage.
Ah, quiet! Quiet! If we pull out now, how will I explain this to the higher-ups?
Are there even any higher-ups left for you to report this to?
Tomorrow at noon, we march on to the Empire again. Every soldier we have fights.
If you lose this battle, the Empire gets to reclaim all of their losses up till now. You are literally sending your soldiers to die.
General!
Know your place, Farrat! You are dismissed!
Otherwise, you will be charged with treason and insubordination, which is an executionable offense.
This is hopeless. We'll lose the whole army. Isn't there... What can we do?
Magic up your own Valkyria. Problem solved. And that's exactly what happens. Poof, magic Valkyria. And our Valkyria is better than your Valkyria. And this is where the scene where Salvaria is explaining what it takes to awaken a Valkyria comes in. It happened last chapter. It didn't seem important, but yeah, that was literally the prelude to, hey, we're going to wake up a new Valkyria. And now we get to see the my Valkyria is better than your Valkyria fight.
Listen to me, Gallia. Cast aside your weapons and surrender. If you do not, Naggiar's plains will drink deeply of your blood.
Wait a minute. I don't believe it. No, she can't be a Valkyria.
Another scion to the Valkyria? This world has no need for two. Get out!
Yep. And now we know what Goku's Ultra Instinct really was. Yes, that's an anime reference, but then again, I'm playing an anime game, so... But yeah, doesn't that seem a whole lot like Goku's Ultra Instinct state, where hair turns silver and basically you get better at fighting even though you really shouldn't be? But now, for the worst part of this mission. The waiting for Alicia to move.
Let me catch you up on the current situation.
Alicia's killing everything. I hate this mission. Why am I only bringing a single scout? Because, for all intents and purposes, that's really all I need.
You'll commence combat now. Stay sharp out there.
I won't need the rest of my forces until I actually get to the camp. And
Concentrate on taking their base camp! Squad 7, move out!
alright, now for the boring part.
Boss! What's happened to Alicia?
I don't know, but that blue flame is the same as that Valkyria's.
You don't mean... You saying Alicia's Valkyria?
Of course, she's a random orphan who just happens to be important to the plot. Considering everything we know, if she didn't turn out to be a Valkyria, would have been more of an interesting twist.
It looks like she's acting unconsciously. Get too close, she might attack us. I'm worried, but we're better off watching for now. In the meantime, we strike their camp.
Usually you just want to rush on turn 1 to capture the base, because as soon as you capture it, Alicia basically leaves the field. But by the same problem, we kind of don't want to do that. Because we want Alicia to take out some of this other stuff. Although I think as soon as she takes out the tank destroyer, it's basically mission over for her part on this. So just stand around and not do anything.
Leave it to me.
Report! What's happening there? Imperial unit sighted. Please be careful.
Leave it to me. Way ahead of you.
Keep casual.
Let's do this thing.
Are all of you okay?
I'm on it. Mwah.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Ready to move out.
The enemy's defensive line has been broken.
Here we go!
Imperial defenses are finally weakening.
I was kind of hoping there was a Ragnite crate behind that.
What just happened?
Underminer fire!
Now that thing could realistically kill the Edelweiss right now.
All right, here I go.
Damage critical! Damage critical!
will never use these abilities in a later cutscene. We never get to actually use it in-game.
Alicia! Medic! Medic!
What happened?
How do you not know what happened?
It looks like Alicia's passed out. Can you get her back to base for me?
Yes, sir.
What now?
Massive tanks are approaching from the north and south. Be careful, Lieutenant. It's a pincer attack.
They left the camp open as bait to lure us in.
Okay, seriously, I honestly have to wonder how they planned this, because there was no indication that they were going to spontaneously spawn a Valkyria. So, considering they were winning up until this point, why would they have a fallback ambush set up? Much less one so meticulously planned.
Those tanks fire incendiary rounds. The impact explodes into a broad blaze. That flame can get at you even in trenches and takes a while to die down. Be careful.
Change of plans, Sevens. Hold the camp and take down those tanks.
Hostile identified. Enemy sighted.
There's two Imperial snipers up there, but you can't see them.
Way ahead of you. Way ahead of you. Fly! Way ahead of you. Fly!
One enemy. Keep it up, every.
Enemy sighted.
Fire! Blow them to pieces.
Entering combat.
Right in front of you. Are you all right?
come!
I actually have no idea why my characters are suddenly firing incredibly slowly. Or why Juno suddenly can't.
Vulcan,
You know what I mean about this being the worst mission? This is incredibly boring. There's literally nothing I can do about it.
Damage minimal!
Other than just sit here and wait. As everyone slowly starts to do something. Shoot your friend instead.
Minor damage taken!
Shot the other guy instead. Now the thing is, those Dromdariuses or Dromodariuses or whatever they are, the big stupid tanks, the boss tanks. Normally by now you would have some pretty good lances as well as having some very good lancers, as they would all be elite and also have special abilities.
Damage minimal!
I actually don't care if the Shamrock gets badly damaged here because it's not going to be moving again. It's basically just there from now on. Because our only objective is to kill the two big tanks. That's it. There's absolutely no reason to ever move that tank.
Taken!
Seriously, it would have been nice if a Lancer could have accidentally shot his own friend. That would have been really cool. But that's not going to happen. Technically, this mission is only meant to be completed in like 2 turns.
Look out for those incendiary rounds! Hiding in the trenches won't keep you safe!
Oh, it won't. Luckily, I don't have to worry about that at all.
You got it, hon! Miss Medic!
Yeah, I really don't know why everything's going in slow motion.
you've got to stay strong! Keep fighting!
How could this happen? How could... Ooh, here's one! Imperial... Yeah!
Alright, I think I'm gonna have to do some stuff.
This is an order! Destroying the target is your top priority!
You got it, hon! for me, sweetie.
That did absolutely nothing.
What the? You got it, hon. Yeah.
On my way.
Good. That makes things a bit easier.
For you, sure. Die for me, sweetie. For you, sure. Die for me, sweetie. I can go another round. For you, sure. Hit, please.
Okay, I majorly foobarred this. Not only do none of my Lancers have any decent story, but also there's the slight problem of I have no way of solving this problem. I thought for sure at least one of them had a decent lance, but it appears I was mistaken. This is why I summoned the chance that sniper's going to kill John. Jan. Or Jan, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Here we go through the shenanigans again. See, my goal is I don't want these guys to move at all. I really hope that they all get killed by the tank, but unfortunately that's not going to happen.
Damage minimal.
Really need to kill that Lancer before he kills the camera. Okay,
I'm just resting.
But that was not what I was expecting. All the things that could have killed John, the Lancer was not the one I was looking at. Oh, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad when I lift summon.
Roger! Enemy sighted! Enemy sighted! Medic! Fight this thing! I'm almost there! Hurry up! Hurry! Fire!
I hit the turret.
Out of ammo!
This is an order! There's no room for error when aiming!
The challenge is good. Fire!
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Roger!
See if that helps at all. Doesn't really look like it. Especially if she can't hit anything.
Okay. Fire!
What the?
Budget plan B.
Entering combat!
Target sighted. Now we take it out.
Here we go!
Requesting backup! Repeat, requesting backup!
Now!
On my way. I'll cover the rear, everyone.
Oh, well, okay, Nadine's about to die. This is gonna get awkward. Very awkward. Also, every time you kill a soldier, a new one spawns, so yeah, they just... Okay, this got a lot worse. This is why you have to beat this mission as quickly as possible. Otherwise,
Minor damage taken!
ironically, I don't need the Shamrock anymore, but still, just the fact that I now have to deal with this problem is growing.
Minor damage taken! Damage minimal!
Yeah, this is the last shot that Lancer needs. As soon as he fires this round, it's over. That is what I was hoping you would do.
Under minor fire!
And that's what I was really hoping the Dromarius would not do. I may have to restart this mission because it looks like I'm about to get my...
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this mission's a lot harder when you gotta do it the hard way.
Here we go!
Best of luck out there. Roll 'em all away!
Fire! Entering combat! Gotta love nature. Hostile sighted! Fire! Entering combat!
This is what I mean about the mission not being difficult, but not being...
Operation complete! Both enemy tanks neutralized!
just about a frustration mostly. And usually positioning is the most important thing. You usually try and get the Edelweiss and the Shamrock all the way up to the end of the battlefield before you capture the base and allow Alicia to do the thing, so that way they can just destroy both tanks immediately. Or like says, you have really good Lancers, and they just kill the tank straight off. My performance was not very good in this mission, but then again, sacrifices had to be made.
The watershed battle on the Naggiar Plains ended in the victory of the Gallian forces. It made military history not only with its ferocity, but with the duel that ended it. The Imperial army then fell to retreat, while Gallia's grasp on victory tightened.
Alicia, are you all right?
Welkin, what happened? I can't remember. I was shot, wasn't I? But here... And it's like... Everyone looks at me differently now. Like they're scared. Welkin, has something happened to me? Tell me, please!
Alicia.
Report. Parting ways.
And I'm just going to finish this off because there's no actual battle scene here, and then I got to go to town and get all my new stuff sorted out. Oh god, my Lancers are so underpowered right now. They're not really useful for many missions except for that one and a few others, but it's still a good idea to have better Lancers.
Sir, may I come in?
Kreese, any results on that thing I asked you to look into?
Yes, sir. For starters, this bullet you gave me. Its shape and markings perfectly match rounds used by an experimental Gallian sniper rifle.
I see. So Alicia really was shot by someone inside the Gallian force. So, any leads on who fired it?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Kreese.
The night before the shooting, records show Lieutenant Lanzet checked out the rifle.
What? Faldio had the gun? Are you sure that's not some mistake?
It's rare for a tank commander to ask for a sniper rifle, so the clerk remembered him. Sir, only 2 of those rifles exist right now. One is confirmed to be locked in the arsenal. The other was checked out to Lieutenant Lanzet and has yet to be returned. I can't. It's hard for me to believe, too.
Faldio? It couldn't be.
Now, the other thing to remember is he went on leave not that long ago. So we're basically assuming that he came back from leave after discovering the idea that she might be a Valkyria, went to the museum, stole that equipment, then went to the battlefield with that stuff in his tank, meaning at least whoever his tank driver was complicit in his activities, checked out the sniper rifle on the battlefield. He didn't need that particular one. He could have checked out any sniper rifle whatsoever. Heck, he could have taken a captured Imperial sniper rifle for that matter. But instead, he used an experimental Gallian sniper rifle. Probably because of its extremely high accuracy. It was the only way he could guarantee that he'd get the results he wanted.
Hey, Faldio. You in? I guess not. Notes on the Valkyrian race. The anthropology of the Valkyria. Maybe he was reading up on the enemy. This is his handwriting. Alicia must be made to awaken. What?
Alicia must be made to awaken. No matter how much I try, I can think of no other way. I almost wish I had never joined them on that expedition to the B.O.S ruins. I'm convinced that the inner chamber was built to admit only Valkyria. But the door opened at her touch. That could only mean that the blood of their tribe courses through her veins. Still, I was shocked to find her bathed in that uncanny light that night in the field. Though I doubted my eyes, I never once doubted. That light was the Valkyrian blue flame.
I haven't actually done that mission yet. You actually can't do it until after these events unfold.
Ultimately, I had no choice but to accept the simple truth that Alicia is one of them. I'd already begun to question all I knew. The walls of the temple sanctum were inscribed with the Valkyria's account of history. We are all taught of the Darkson calamity and how their actions forever scorched the land. But this account told a different story. The Valkyria invaded this land from the north, slaying the indigenous Darkson people as they came. Their grasp of Ragnite technology and the art of war were vastly superior. They trained the destructive power of Ragnite on the Darkson's land, burned it to ash, then had the gall to pass the blame for their inhuman deeds off on their Darkson slaves. Darksons have borne that stigma ever since, while the Valkyria became godlike saviors.
You see, that's one of the things that doesn't really make sense. I mean, there would have been other groups that would have recorded some form of this history otherwise, because they would not have wanted to be deceived by the Valkyria if the Valkyria came up with a bizarre reason to then invade them as well.
The victors simply rewrote the history books. The B.O.S ruins promulgate a lie to all but their own descendants as hard fact. Reading about the Valkyria's power, the true face of these saviors, left me stunned.
I mean, that would be like saying, oh, well, if the Nazis had won World War II, they would have just erased all of their bad deeds. Okay, that makes sense, but at the same time, there would still be a lot of people in various locations who would at least have some small record of
Yet
that.
at the same time, I cannot help but think of how useful it could be to us now. Since then, I've investigated every text and report on the Valkyria I could find. They lead me to believe that at least a few scions of the Valkyria must have survived to this day. All across Europa, these rare individuals live and die unaware of their own nature. But history has recorded rare cases of individuals who have awakened to their powers.
Which is the other problem. I mean, for all intents and purposes, why would the Valkyria then just disappear? If they were that powerful and conquerors...
Their stories share one common thread. All of them suffered grave wounds before awakening.
Why would their society then just poof, disappear? Doesn't make any sense. The conqueror doesn't just go, you know what, we've conquered you.
If those accounts are correct, the blood of the Valkyria stirs at the approach of death. Their power, having slept for thousands of years, bursts awake at one step shy of the end. Once awakened, if one of these individuals takes hold of the refined Ragnite arms of their ancestors, they make their mark on history as one of the Valkyria of old. I couldn't stop myself. I stole the Valkyrian lance and shield out of the university archive. Supposedly their blood serves to amplify the Ragnite's natural power. I have no idea what science lies behind it, Perhaps it's a consequence of their origins in the Ragnite-rich northern regions. Regardless of the reason, the Valkyria's life force itself calls forth a reaction from the stone. The enemy Valkyria decimated our forces on the Naggiar plains. I could not afford to stay my hand on account of ethics. I had the rifle, and I forced myself to use it. I shot her. I placed the lance and shield on her unconscious form. I was racked with insecurity and guilt, hands red with blood of my best friend's love. But now I know. The choice I made was right.
Faldio!
Hello, Lieutenant Gunther. Is something wrong?
Faldio, where is he?
Sir, Captain Virat just called him in. He left only a minute ago.
Faldio, I'm only going to ask you this once. Was it you who shot Alicia?
Yeah. I shot her.
Tell me why. Why did you have to shoot her?
The people. Gallia needed her. Now let me ask you a question. How else do you think we could have won that battle? If not for Alicia's power, Gallia would have most certainly lost.
I still can't.
And not just this battle. I'm talking about Gallia's future. How else are we supposed to survive Welkin, caught on either side by giants? It's Alicia, our Valkyria. She's the only one who can protect us from them.
Wrong. Our side gaining power won't end this war. All it does is escalate the conflict.
That's enough. Listen to each other. You may both be right, but still, you're both very wrong. I don't claim to have the perfect answer either. However, regardless of the reason, attacking one of your own comrades is deplorable. By Gallian military law, I remand you to the stockade until further notice, Faldio. And you, Welkin. 24 hours in isolation for engaging in fisticuffs.
Chapter 15, Citadel Ghirlandaio.
Yeah, honestly, he's lucky Welkin didn't just walk in there and shoot him. He's already suffered the trauma of losing his sister. Now this guy just went out and shot the woman that he was clearly in love with. He's lucky he only got off with being remanded to the stockade after what Welkin could have done to him after that. Now it's time to claim my gear and stuff.
Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, step forward. In honor of your manifold accomplishments, you are hereby awarded this honor.
Highness, it's an honor.
Furthermore, for your squad's exemplary performance in the final battle, this royal award.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Please tell me there's a lance somewhere in this.
May your allegiance to Gallia stand firm, evermore.
Finally, a lance to upgrade my poor lancers who have been using the same lance from the beginning of the game.
Hello again, son. I'll teach you Awaken All today. Use it to call forth the natural potential lying dormant inside your entire squad. Well, what is your decision? Very good. I hope my orders can assist you in saving the nation. I hope we'll meet.
Hey! Dropping by to read the writing on the wall? That's a good man. Oh, and how about the new rising star of Squad 7, huh? I've heard some wild stories. You must be proud. I couldn't help but snipe him with a pop interview. You'll have to read it once I get it all drafted up.
Yep. This is all the stuff that I missed last time.
Da-da-da-da! I've got new material.
Alright, several of these are missions. So, oh boy, this is gonna be...
Thanks a million.
Gonna have a lot to catch up on. They have to dedicate an entire episode just doing each one of these.
Thanks a million. Thanks a million. Come back and see the writing on the wall again soon. I'll be waiting for you.
As before, the rules still stand.
Welkin, bro! I'm stoked you're here, man. What can I do you for?
Only allowed to upgrade armor and things that I cannot otherwise capture or acquire otherwise. And grenades.
Sorry, bro. Whew. All set.
Welcome to your... Train all your... Fight the... Good work! Looks like that session... Okay! Come back at...
I really do just get tired of hearing him talk. Alright. We'll have quite a bit of things to go through, as there are now 4 different pages that we have to go back to.
Report.
This one's going to be important because it gives us a tank upgrade.
Report. War without weapons.
This one's going to be important because it gives us the best flamethrower in the entire game. Basically, you can't get better. There's just no way.
Report. What lies beyond hate.
There is actually no reward for this mission. There's no ace. It's just a stealth mission. Terrible, terrible stuff.
Report. Signs of awakening.
And this one is important because it's the mission that caused Faldio to go nuts. This takes place after Barius, and is the mission that essentially reveals that Alicia may be a Valkyria. Yeah, that's totally a thing that causes go crazy. So, I'll leave this here, and that'll be the end of this episode. And tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, but I will probably do all 4 of those chapters one after another because they're not particularly long. Plus, they give me additional resources, which I am going to need on the next mission. Gonna be, the next 2 missions are gonna be pretty bad. After that, there's a couple more shorties, and then the final battle